Okay, I'm live. So I was watching some videos by TNT Storm, and one of the things that I saw was her example on how, it's a person and then you have the entities around you trying to attack you. I saw more than one example that she gave on a couple of her videos. So basically, what I like about the videos that she's making right now is it's kind of taking me back to looking at things in a more spiritual way. Because, like, I feel like you do get caught up in the gang stalking, and you do know that it is something, it's a spiritual warfare. You do understand that, but sometimes you really just get caught into looking at everything they're doing just as a person and the actions that they're doing, which I think is still very important to document and to put out there, because that's giving live examples to people who would potentially be going through that same thing. And some people need like more details, like, okay, oh, doing this, that's a demonic attack. Oh, I've heard of this before. That's a demonic attack as well. Like, some people just need more examples. And I think that by people who are being gang stalked giving examples of the things that they're going through daily is going to help people see that those are the type of um, demonic attacks that are happening to people in the spiritual realm of things. So it also brings about questions for myself, like, okay, so what can I do to make it better? Like, or is it just a simple answer like, well, you're gonna go through this all your life, like some people say, which I don't choose to embrace, because I feel like, God said he's here to bring us life, and he's here to bring us abundance, and he's here so that we will be blessed and that we inherit the blessings of him. So I feel like right now I am going to try to look at things more in a spiritual way. And what she said is very true at times, that like when you do go into the Bible and you look at some things, sometimes that opens you up for spiritual attack. So now I'm like, okay, so if you're a spiritual person and you're like the people of God, or you're a disciple of Jesus or disciple of God, so yeah, I see why you would be being, demonically attacked by people. Hmm. It all boils back down to the scripture, the Bible. Like that, this is where all this is going to lead to, basically, is what I'm saying. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna have to examine more scriptures, like people have been saying. People have been saying, I always see myself as a spiritual person, so it's like, I'm like, okay, I know I'm doing certain spiritual things that God would want me to do, but maybe I do need to go back to the Bible. Maybe I do need to study and examine more of these scriptures, and maybe I need to speak to people more about certain scriptures, and that will help me to see things clearer, and I can kind of relate this better or in more in depth with gang stalking and or this demonic attack that's happening. Because a lot of people are going through demonic attacks, and a lot of people say that they're not even familiar with the term of gang stalking, or a bunch of people stalking them, or a bunch of people being used as demonic vessels to attack God's people. So I think that this is going to be a new beginning to something old that I probably was more into a while back. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna look over some scriptures and see what I find. So that's all I really wanted to say is that I think that she's right, that we do need to go back more into the scripture and talk about it on a more spiritual level. I think that the level that I'm talking about it on is okay, but I do think that it would be more relatable if I talked about it on a more spiritual level. And everybody's talking about this 144. I really don't know a lot about the 144. And I do know that God says that He is here for the sinners. I guess that's to hopefully try to get them to go on the good side of things. But also, there's going to be people here to help counsel the good people and the people who aren't sinners. And God knows that. That's why He didn't just, blatantly say that. So I will see you guys later. And yeah, let's start talking about this on a more spiritual type level. See what happens. Bye, guys.